So hello, and welcome back to my Metaphor ReFantazio playthrough. So last video we beat Zorba, right? Zebra? Fuck, bro. I don't know why I'm messing up his name. I think he was just too irrelevant. Luis's biggest glazer. Anyways, we finished his fight, and the weird egg human thingy-mabobber. I found out what the inspiration was for some of the humans that they did in the game, so I'm very interested to see what other designs they do. But anyways, back to my intro. I'm very excited to continue playing through this game. Today, I think we're mostly just going to work on our followers' bonds and working on our virtues until the announcement. That's really it from me. So if you guys like the video, make sure to leave a like. Smash that like button. I was messing around with my friends making fun of like old YouTubers, but anyway, smash that like button. Hit the subscribe. Don't forget to comment. And without further ado, let's get started. How do I find Hulkenberg? Because I remember that was the last thing we heard. I wanted to spend time with her. Oh, it's here. Oh. Wow. Okay. So I'm assuming these both rank up. Alright. I hear a voice. Perhaps I should discuss this with him. Oh my god. We could hang out with them? Okay, noted. Maybe I should go talk to her. Oh my god, I had to like figure out how to talk to them too. Their personalities.
Ah, it is you.
I know there's little left to do, but wait. Yet that little left to do, but wait. Yet that has me more restless than anything. Oh, that's right. Have you a moment to talk?
The truth is,
Lately, I have felt a great pressure weighing on me. This made it difficult to stay level-headed. I hoped I might have your counsel. It must be dealt with swiftly, lest it affect my performance in battle. How would you cope with such burdens? I read a book, I guess. Or I could go for some exercise too. And thus occupied with your exertions, your mind is cleared of distraction. And how about it? Would you like to train in swordplay with me? Oh, okay. Your technique is self-taught, I presume. This seems a fine opportunity to start you on some formal training. Okay. She's gonna train me? Gallica's auto rank up. Oh, okay. Noted. Unless something else is planned. Oh, okay. In that case, we shall need some training swords. To the weapon shop with us. She's so pretty.
all right.
A fine balanced weapon, no. 'Tis for training only, but you'd never know it from the grip and swing. 'Tis most nostalgic. I once trained with that blade when I just become a royal guardswoman myself. 'Twas not long after joining that I was assigned to the princess retinue? So I was desperate to improve. I was younger even than you are now, and notably unskilled. Each night I would slip past our commander's watch, just join a comrade of mine in the dark, and spar with him until our hands were calloused and blistered. Dude, I just realized reading this, because obviously their grammar is like different and they're using, you know, not commonly used words. I'm like tripping up because of the flow of the sentence.
Certainly.
I feel like I'm talking like Yoda in my head, if that makes sense. Some bouts I won, some I lost, yet despite all the times we crossed blades, we never did see who was the better.
Well,
sounds like he was a worthy opponent. Nothing less, it was thanks to him that I improved my leaps, oh my god, by leaps and bounds. We swore we'd become royal knights worthy of the title and rise to the heights of the order. We'd be champions.
surely you jest.
God above, Hulkenberg, is it truly you? Eh? Is it the guy? Speaking a British accent of your choosing? So it is you. No! You've returned.
Tanth?
What? Did he? Rodanth? What a coincidence. I was just speaking of a comrade and rival. This is the self-same man. And who is this pup? Pup?
Nice to meet you.
I'm Ponjamin, a friend of hers.
Ah,
You associate with this boy? Ah! Why?
Hmm?
What do you mean? I mean, I'm taken aback. You indulged the company of this elder brat? You, once a proud member of the night. I forgot. They're racist. I didn't play for a day and I forgot people don't like me. Why does that strike you so?
absurd.
I suppose like attracts like. The dirt suits a fallen. Oh my god!
You.
What? Oh, calm yourself, Hulkenberg. The commander of the Royal Knights is well within his bounds to judge your. I forgot for a second. My bad.
What?
Commander? You mean yourself? While you wandered as a vagrant, I earned both our share of honors. So I see.
And
And you? Clearly you've already given up on pulling yourself any higher. What has occupied you instead? I pursue a mission, one that far outweighs any glory found in the Order.
whoops.
Of course, when you couldn't save the prince, any dignity you had as a royal guard was well and duly snuffed. Wasn't it? I suppose you had little choice but to cling to your search for his shadow. How dare! Choose your words with care! No need, I have nothing more to say. You disappoint me, Hulkenberg.
Sorry.
My apologies.
Listen,
Oh, I do understand his anger. 'Twas by my choice that our promised paths diverged after all. But we cannot afford to lose sight of our priorities. Ponjamin, let us fight onward in the name of His Royal Highness. That is the path I walk now. Okay. I hope I chose the right answers. I hope I
have
did.
not the luxury of regret.
I got some points.
Pardon me.
Begging your pardon, but how do you know that fellow who just left?
Hmm?
Merely an old friend. You don't say. Well, see you around. Okay.
Very well.
Let us leave our training for another time.
Yes.
100 drills or 1,000 swings. 12 will take an unsparing regimen. Indeed, to purge this distraction. Bro! Like with the little check.
But
Oh, there it is. Hello.
Give it a fold, I say. Damn, Louis.
Hi.
Oh,
Ah, have you perhaps helped out at that hushed honeybee? Please tell me what it was like.
grand, innit?
I see, so it's all in the preparation. If I'm hearing you right, it sounds though as Miss Fabienne is rather particular about the ingredients she uses. This red grass you mentioned, not just anyone can get their hands on that here, can they? I knew she was no ordinary
Now what
innkeeper.
am I to do?
As I believe, I mentioned the place I work. Oh my god, I work serves high-class clientele, and the head chef, not to mention the customers, put too much emphasis on tribe. Just being a Nydia, I get a cold shoulder from Clamar and Rogue? I think that's Rogue. Nobles in particular, to be expected in a society as it stands
What
today.
in
The head chef
blazes?
doesn't want people like that to even see me holding a knife, probably why he sticks me with all the busy work and chores. I suppose I should be grateful I have a job at all, honestly, but still, there are a lot of days when I question why I'm putting up with any of this. So I just wanted confirmation of, oh my god, of a simple fact I think I've always known to be true, that the skill of a chef has nothing to do with one's tribe. Hearing about the hushed honeybee has renewed my inspiration to keep cooking. I don't know where it'll take me, but I'm ready to throw myself into the proverbial frying pan. Oh, and of course, I need to thank you properly for what you've done. Here, take this as a token of my gratitude.
Mission accomplished.
Wasn't he like racist to us before we helped them too?
all right.
Interesting. We've learned a lot about this country's attitudes towards different tribes. Who knew prejudice could extend even, oh my god, could even extend to cooking. But it's starting to know people are working to make it better, so we've got to keep up our own fight too.
damned, Louise.
I get, yes, casually, like it was like a microaggression or something. All right, stroll. I'm on my way. His shoulders are just... I think it's the shoulder pads that make him look a little wonky.
Yeah.
Let's see, staying put like this puts the day of calamity in mind for me. I have an interesting rumor of Grand Trad. I thought I might walk the streets to see what comes of it. If you're not too burdened, would you care to join me?
All right.
Wide boy? Yeah. That lets me off. I've heard tell... Oh my god. I've heard tell that there are some drifters who occasionally show up on this road here. I can't help but wonder if maybe they're the people I've been looking for. Grand Chat is so full of novelty. I still can't get used to all the clamor? Or though. In Halia, the town where I grew up, you could hear a pin drop by comparison. There is still the bustle of friendship and commerce, but...
That's...
Young Master Leon, it couldn't be.
Huh?
I know that voice. Oh, Oh! Bankeef? Is that truly you? You made it out safely.
Wow.
Oh, young Master Leon, my goodness, look at how you've grown.
Hold on.
Truth is,
He served House Heliatus when our house still stood. I never imagined I'd see him again, much less here. Bankeef, this is Panjamin. He's a friend I've recently begun traveling with.
however,
Forgive me for saying, time has not been kind to your frame, old friend. Are you eating well? And how are the others?
that's...
After that human attack, the survivors fled to the capital. No one could make a living among the ruins in Halia, much less restore it. Most arrived here with only the clothes on their backs. Their livelihoods were destroyed, and without shelter from the rain, more than a few have faded away. No, then let me help. Let me find you housing. Well, I would if I had the means. All I have left of my nobility is in name alone. I'm so sorry.
Wow.
Your kindness is more than I could ask for, young master. I've always said you got your heart from your parents. The only reason we're alive here today is because your parents had us evacuate to the capital. You mean to say my parents instructed you to flee here? All the more reason then that I have to help somehow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, absolutely. I only wish I knew how. Who holds authority over the area you're staying in right now? And Ishika Marquez, Lord Hydron.
I see.
Marquez Caesar. Sounds like I'll need to pay this Lord Hydron a visit. I'll see if I can negotiate the use of some vacant homes for all the Halia's refugees to live in, though I doubt my name alone is worth much in collateral. Young master, please. Our woes should not be yours to shoulder. I already bear their weight, old friend. That fateful day, 7 years ago, my parents acted to save as many as they could. I was just a boy, lost in the panic, and I wouldn't have escaped were it not for all of you.
Oh, definitely.
In other words, I'm only standing here today because of your swift action, so let me do what I can to give you peace in this new life.
Sure, but...
You honor us. Still, I fear your plea may fall on deaf ears with Lord Hydron. Devoted as he would seem to the church, he has brushed me off before as backwater refuse. All the more reason I should speak with him myself, if that's how he sees you.
Stroll.
Huh?
What? You're coming too? Moving forward will be in no shortage of trouble. I'd rather you not have to add my personal woes to that.
It'll be fine.
You.
I love him.
Thanks.
Either way, it's reassuring to have you by my side. On behalf of both me and my house, you have my gratitude. Yippee!
I feel more courageous when I'm with you.
Oh my god. You have my thanks as well, Sir Panjamin. I have no doubt that the young master is in capable hands.
Huh.
Please, enough with the young master thing. We need not stand on ceremony.
Let's head back.
I would have us meet Lord Hydron without delay, but the sun is going down. Let us return for now and meet with him another day. I'm rich! Kind of. Oh wait. Duh. I forgot about my sword board. Hello?
I can't believe it.
What is this? Can I? Oh, I can.
Something up?
Watching how the people in Grand Trad live might broaden your horizons. Oh, okay.
Oh. Okay. Whoa.
So we're just people watching? The streets are packed, but at least it's not as huge a crowd as the royal funeral had. Sure are a bunch of nobles on the main street and around the Grand Cathedral. I see some Clamar, Rogue, and even some Ishkia. Oh my god, I feel so bad that I'm butchering their names. After today's stream, I'm going to sit down and look at all the pronunciations and practice. Jesus. But if you head to the back streets, you'll see more Parapus. Guess that's what class divide looks like. And then there's you, the only Elda in town. It's crazy how people will say the most vile things right to your face.
Listen.
That's very strong of you, but if anything does get under your skin, make sure you speak up. Let's not hide anything from each other, okay?
Well,
Personally, I don't see much difference among the tribes, but I bet a lot of people would disagree with me there. You got them mostly right? Also, hello Navi. Hello again. I'm trying. Character name reading while off stream. I need to study.
Now then.
Oh yeah, no, Art, it's so good. Yes, sir! We already ranked up one. W me. Wisdom is one of the virtues a ruler must possess. If thou aspire to true sovereignty, fill thyself with the knowledge to discern truth from falsehood. A conqueror needs the precious kindling with which a follower's passions may be inflamed. Yay! Oh right, I forgot this was the one that we were locked out of. As far as this woman?
Yes.
Excuse me. I suppose you really are more than you seem. I certainly can't imagine Grius would have worked with any normal child. Glad to hear it. Now I'd like to see what you're made of.
Allow me to reintroduce myself. My name is Brigitte.
Oh my god,
I
hi
run the
Brigitte.
shop and manage trade of magic igniters. This is your first time in Grand Trad, you mentioned. Then, what do you think of magic igniters?
I suppose they make some things easier?
Aha! Situationally easier, but not broadly useful, eh?
Yeah, I guess
We have a good grasp
I
of it then.
kind of get the concept, you know.
Alright, next. Are you good at keeping secrets?
Yeah, man.
I'm afraid that's a secret.
Are you trying to be funny?
Oh,
At least you're not
sorry.
short on nerve. Then, I
My
have
bad,
one
Brigitte.
last question. Do you believe in God?
Not the one everyone else does. I have my own beliefs.
In other words, not the God of Sanctism. Well, that's enough for me. Yes. I think there's potential.
I
in
thought
you.
she was gonna say I don't want you
I'd
anymore.
like to ask you to handle an extermination mission. You're fit for the task. The fact is, our trade route for Ignitus has been, shall we say, compromised. A local monster's apparently made the place its feeding grounds. Evidence suggests its actual nest is near the place I personally checked out. I want you to go there, find it, and exterminate it.
wait. Hold on just a moment. You're asking us to handle something so
Us?
important? Is that even okay?
I'm asking you precisely because it's so important. There are reasons I'd rather not bring this to the guard. I usually prefer discretion with these sorts of things anyway. Especially with groups like them. But if Grius trusts you, then I certainly can.
How are you connected with Grius?
I hardly think that bears discussion right now.
What do you think? It does seem like she could use the help, but
You will be compensated, of course, and generously. There's also the option of discounts on my stock,
Ooh.
if that appeals. Additionally, rumor has it there's even treasure to be found at the monster nest. I'd say the potential rewards are a fair match for the
Yay!
risk.
Time to get my ass beat. Mm-hmm.
I hope you've no objections to the job.
No objections.
Understood.
Thank you. You're bound for Belega Corridor. It's only a short distance away from here.
This one's important.
Mm.
it's here.
Oh.
Just think of the goodies that might be hiding inside. This place.
Oh, do I have to go now? I don't have to, right? I'll be
If
back.
you don't have a way there, I'll lend you my carriage. Not the kind of trip
I thought
you
it was
want
gonna
to
like
make on foot.
teleport
You
me
can leave the
immediately. I
city
got
through the
scared.
large gate south of the central street.
Okay.
Don't die out there now.
Thanks. No incentive, right? I'll kill him right now. Okay.
Hey,
Oh, okay.
yep.
Okay. All right.
Let's see here.
Okay, well.
This place.
We could fulfill a request there.
Sage's noble family's manor, was it? Don't suppose there'd be treasure or other valuables that remain. May as well check, considering we had to defeat the monster anyway.
Clock's ticking. It's your call.
Alright.
Great. Let's move out.
Yippee! Are there some dungeons that take like a
The
really
party
long
at
time
last
to get
found
to?
themselves at Belega Corridor.
Like a
Once
week?
place
Like
in a
super
small,
long
bygone
travel?
Country, destroyed and worn away by sand and rock. The land is a shadow
Really?
of its
Oh my
former
god, so you
glory.
lose that whole week?
Now it is home to monsters.
Not a week? Okay, I was about to
attracted
say, I was
by
just like, damn, a whole week?
The party steps into the corridor, as if called
For
there
a couple
by the
days?
lingering
Serious.
resentment of a country that could not stand the test of time.
The thing is,
Apparently the monster here sometimes attacks passerbys. This is a villa for a grand old noble family.
Is this right?
But
come on.
My thanks.
A treasure! What's this random dude doing here? Ew, what is that?
Why did this happen?
Whoa, wait, Stroll's sword after it got purified looks sick. Oh my god.
What?
I defeated one easily, and then the Goborns, wielding all kind of weapons, started flooding out. I was surrounded by all manner of Goborns. Goborns? God, just think about it. Makes my knees weak. I just want to give up and go home. But I told everyone I wouldn't come back until the Adventure King himself. Oh, bloody well. Whatever.
Enemies up ahead.
Ew.
there
Okay.
they are.
Oh.
Brilliant.
Ah! Okay. Anyways. Wait, they speak?
What?
It speaks? Uh-huh. If your enemies are taking big bites out of you, bite back with better weapons. Go shopping or something. Next time I'll teach you some secrets you can really sink your teeth into. Ew! What the heck? Hello?
Hey,
Oh, why are they just staring at us like that? Jesus.
all good.
There they are.
Whoa!
Forward! Come on!
Okay, you actually got me there. You actually, ow, you actually got me there. You actually got me there. That actually scared me. I'm not gonna lie.
I see the enemy.
Charging in! Forward!
Come here.
Give him a fight!
All right, I could just.
Deal!
I forgot. Ah! I forgot. I forgot my sword does that now. Very nice.
What a finale! Keep your energy up, everyone.
3 XP?
Right there. Time for some close combat.
Ow. Rude.
Amazing. All right.
Will I get my ass beat? I don't think so. I think I'll be fine. Oh my god! Hello. No sign of retreat. It must be acclimated to people. It's likely caused damage yet to be discovered. Well, that ends today. We're taking you down. I see our foe's bringing his A game too. Oh, I can't wait for this. It's not messing around. Be careful, everyone. Well, I'm as ready as can be. Come, monster. You shall be rust upon my lance. All right.
I shall vanquish evil.
Is everyone all right?
Oh.
Behold, we stand together,
Let me help!
and thus I end it.
Hulkenberg got them right in their weak spot.
Let's stay calm.
We'll do this together!
Oh. I was very confused at
Your
first.
rear guard.
Lend me your strength!
Hold nothing back.
Hi, Kyle Kun. See you soon, Kyle.
Is that all?
Wow. I'm fine.
Are you prepared? Hack and slash!
By the sworn oath of knighthood. Comrades, lend me your strength.
We'll team up!
Roar.
Thank you, Banana. Yeah, I think Knight has my favorite design so far.
Hulkenberg got them
Oh,
right in their
I will
weak
fight
spot.
for
Jesus.
pride. Seeker! With
Here you go.
healing power!
Thank you.
Now, what's the play? No holding back! Not done yet.
This is nothing. I have your back. Is that all?
Oh, wait. How did that trigger? Is that just random?
Allies, together,
Let me help!
and thus I end it.
Light work. Easy.
Okay.
Her wingsuit. Oh, I see. Oh,
That's...
that horn is huge. Pretty awful to imagine being gored by it. Ugh. Really? You all seem pretty put together during the fight. No, that thing was tougher than anticipated. If we'd let up even a little, we may well have been defeated. What? Even Hulkenberg was sweating it? What do you think, Ponjamin?
Listen,
I'm not telling.
Honestly.
That tells me more than you think. You thought it was over, didn't you? Damn. Well, a win. Well, a win is a win. All that's left to take, this back to. Wait. All that's left is to take this back to the igniter
All
shop.
right.
Let's do that later, Ponjamin. Shall we head back to the entrance?
say,
I see.
All right. But I'm starving. Uh-oh.
If so,
To assume we will need to have our dinner elsewhere. Let us go to the tavern over yonder. Wait! We have a cute little... now? Lono, a large establishment, and the owners and patrons alike are busy with their own matters. We may speak freely there without fear of eavesdroppers. Are you sure? It is settled. Anyway, if we discuss Luis at the Honey Bee, we could end up causing more trouble for Fabienne. So this works out. Oh? Well, it wasn't easy, but the Guptaros lies defeated, and we have proof, exactly as the woman from the Igniter shop asked of us. Once we show it to her and complete her request, we'll finally be able to shop at the members-only Igniter shop. Wow, that food looks really good. Excuse me. That will be most useful in helping us amass more firepower. I trust you'll complete the task, Benjamin.
Oh,
Well, we managed to avoid the day of calamity, but that doesn't mean we should waste the time we've got left, oh my god, before the theocracy makes its proclamation. I agree. Luis has to be our opponent one day, and I would have us ready to face him, confident in our strength. I thought myself utterly exhausted, but this meal is delectable. I shall sleep well after such a feast. I'd say we earned our rest today. Good job.
Good night.
That's so cute.
Time marches on, and the age of a new king draws nearer.
Well then.
Say this.
So,
You.
here's the horn.
Hmm.
You can tell me the details inside. Come along. Ooh. We get to see the shop.
Mission accomplished, then. You'll have your reward. I'll let the merchant know to allow you through as well. I thank you.
Yay!
All right.
I knew an outsider would be perfect for slipping through the cracks. Clearly, you were the right man for the job. Should
Thanks.
keep our supply lines flowing smoothly. Thanks for helping us sort this out. By the way, what do you say to more consistent work from me?
Anything for you, Brigitte.
I
I'm
can't
sorry.
imagine an elder could find an honest job in the city otherwise. But I don't much care what tribe you are. I'll always make sure you're paid properly for the work you do.
Oh,
Besides,
thanks.
keeping in contact with me might have its own advantages. Have you made up your mind?
All right. I accept.
A wise choice. Fine then. You seem determined enough.
Hmm?
You heard nothing just now, right?
Huh?
Right. I didn't hear anything.
It's for the
Cute.
best. It was just the wind. Am I clear? I've got some business to attend to. We'll go our separate ways for today. However,
Does he
I
have a
trust you
popper?
won't be telling anyone what you think you heard.
Okay.
If you do tell anyone, well, I'm sure you're sharp enough to imagine the consequences. Then we have a deal.
I love this little silly music.
The trader and iconoclast, Brigitte. Within her dwells the virtue of the merchant. Nurture thy bond with her, and a new power yet slumbering within thee may awaken.
Nice.
Interesting. Perhaps it does have hidden depths.
I'm sorry. Like, when they said merchant, I just imagined us in battle. Like, throwing coins. What do we do? I want to see what... What do you do? Sorry.
You'll pick up your next job here. Come back another day.
Oh my god, you're a chonky boy. What do you do? You actually do? You actually throw your cash at people. But for cash you get like high crit rate too. Wait, that's so funny. Huh? He's so large. Wait, I wanna try it. The power of capitalism reigns supreme. Bro, that's so funny. Oh. Hello, sir. Damn, your face is interesting.
Huh?
Is that a fairy I see? A real fairy? Well, I'll be.
Sure.
Oh, look, I know I'm rare, but do we need to make such a big deal out of it? I should explain. My family has something of a history with fairies. As a boy, my parents would even tell me stories about fairies before bed. Would you care for me to tell you
I
one?
wonder.
So you grew up on fairy tales. No wonder you've got fairies on your mind. Oh. Okay.
Why, thanks.
Will you actually say it to me? Will you actually read me a story? Or do I have to read? Dang it. I was actually gonna hear him talk. Now, this story goes back to my grandfather's grandfather. Once far, far away, there was a village out in the countryside. There was a cave nearby that the villagers prohibited anyone from entering. But one day, my ancestor, who was just a boy then, decided he had to see it for himself.
Fun.
So he defied his elders. Your ancestor sounds like a handful. It runs in the family. Ha. Anyway, sure enough, he ventured deep inside and soon became swallowed in darkness, hopelessly lost. A handful or not, he was still just a boy, and his bravery failed him. He sank to his knees in the dark, crying pitifully.
Nevertheless,
But then, something bathed in a warm light caught his eye as it approached him. The little light actually spoke, saying, "Pipe down, you can't cry in a place like this." He was shocked. After he got a good look at it, the boy realized it was a fairy, pulsing with light. He was so relieved, his tears only magnified. But the fairy couldn't bear it. Throwing her arms up, she said, "If you want to cry so badly, fine, suit yourself." And she left. But before he knew it, the fairy returned. "Come on, follow me," she said. "I'll show you the way out." You see, she had sensed a dangerous beast deep inside the cave, and compassion won the day. She decided to get him safely back to the entrance.
Yeah?
Huh, I thought the fairy was kind of cruel at first, but I guess she had a good heart. When they arrived at the cave's mouth, the boy turned to thank the fairy, but she had already disappeared into thin air. Time marched on, but he grew into an adult. He visited the cave countless times, hoping to find and thank her, but he never saw her again as long as he lived.
why?
Oh, but would you look at the time? We better pick this up again later. If you'd like to know the ending, I'll be around. Cute.
All right. Well then,
Yeah. Hmm.
This regards Lord Hydron, the landowner. Oh my god, landowner, Jesus, in Grand Trad. My family's old caretaker mentioned the other day. Rumor says he's clever, but not in a good way. I'm lost about how to approach him.
Thanks a bunch.
Thank you. Just having you by my side would be reassuring. He's a devout sanctus, and we should look for him near the Grand Cathedral.
Hmm.
I was told Lord Hydron comes here often. Right on cue. If I'm not mistaken, you're the young Lord Stroll, are you not? It's an honor to make your acquaintance, Lord Hydron. But how do you know me? Nary a soul in the kingdom hasn't heard of at least rumors of the Halia's tragedy. Of Halia's tragedy, Jesus. Perhaps you've come to reflect and pray. No, I came to see you actually. I understand full well that this request may seem unreasonable, but
Truth is,
I come to beg the use of some of the vacant domiciles in the capital. As you know, my countrymen who fled Halia reside here, sleeping on the streets. Without roofs over their heads, they barely scrape by. And so I implore you, please consider offering your support to these fine people.
no.
Are you implying I should do this as some manner of charity? Am I to be compensated in any way? Odd that you would petition me on their behalf to begin with. It's not as though they are still your responsibility. Besides, is poverty not an individual's own— Oh, what's the bear? They were attacked and forced to flee their homes. You would still hold them responsible for their lack of means?
Yes.
So fate was cruel to them and they could not rise above it. Should they not hold themselves to higher standards? I'm afraid I'm under no obligation here. Besides, what of your own circumstances? With your parents and land gone, you have little else to anchor you. Consider restoring the glory of your house before you worry about the rap. You're right about one thing. I was a fool to ask for your aid.
What?
No.
I'm far from done. Incidentally, don't I know your compatriot from somewhere? You need to worry about him. Besides, I must apologize for taking up your precious time today. But before I go, I would have you know that those refugees are my people, and no matter your stance on it, I will do everything in my power to save them.
Worry not.
My good lad, I'm sure I must come across rather harshly, but it's not as though I have no sympathy for you. Abandoned by your parents, shunned by your relations, you were left to harsh truths of the royal capital too young.
Hang on.
Then maybe you should help him?
Stop.
Let's not let our tempers get the best of us. This isn't over yet. What the fuck?
I'm sorry.
I wasn't able to persuade Lord Hydron to offer assistance. It was always going to be a tall order, but he tossed it aside, calling it a personal responsibility, and that I couldn't abide.
No.
Please don't apologize. That you went to such efforts is more than we could
Yes.
ask. Besides, you needn't worry about us, young master. Your focus should rest on rebuilding your great house.
Yes.
Lord Haliatus must rise again from the ruin that human wrought, restore it to its former glory, or I should hope, to greater heights still. I heard you've been living off the generosity of the noble families who respected your lord parents. To be brought so low can't have been easy for you. Your people only wish to see your house flourish once again. With your inheritance, you should...
Wait.
Excuse my interruption, but did you just say inheritance? The village was destroyed. I don't recall any mention of one. So you were unaware of it. I suspect, oh my god, suspected as much. Given our conversation the other day, your father would have kept it separate from the estate. Of this I have no doubt, though I couldn't begin to say how or where.
Taking that into account.
Interesting. Well, if there were any clues left, I'm sure they would all point to Halia.
Well then.
Yeah.
Perhaps, though I doubt anything survived the fire.
Hey, so.
Regardless, I'll make the journey back home on my own. All right, I'll not burden you with a wild goose chase.
No.
But I sincerely doubt we'll find anything in that rubble.
Thank you.
But listen, thank you for today. I would have lost it if you hadn't been there to keep me calm. I've avoided this for too long. It's time to face the ruins of my home head on. Might I ask for your help yet again? I'm not sure I could take another step without you at my side. Of course, Troll.
He. Now. A new power.
Wait, what?
Of course I'd like you to come, but
Oh, Sword Master. Oh, so that's what the other little hexagons are for. Ooh. I do hope you'll find the inheritance your parents left you. All they hoped for was that you would come into your own with a worthy house. They would be so proud of how wise beyond your years you become. Your father especially. You're just like him in that respect. I'm not worthy to share mention of my father, but whatever the case, I intend to honor their wishes. Pray await my return. Goodbye. Whee!
This place. Let's go.
Time to get my ass beat. Hope you're doing well though, Silas. Monsters seems to be on the rise, even this close to the capital. Doesn't take long to feel like you're really in the wild. In present times, make the capital a popular travel destination. We cannot stand idly by. This bounty apparently leads a pack of wild dogs. Something called a Manjula? Manjula? Whoa.
Just a sec.
Did it approach because it sensed us?
so apparently.
Looks like it checked up on us and then ran
Well
back.
then.
Let's just focus on the smaller curs. It can't ignore us forever.
Yes.
So your aim to lure it out, as good a plan as any, so let us be about it.
It could be useful.
Right there.
Impressive as ever.
There they are. Charging in. Forward. Charging in.
Come here! Oh, I wanted to stun it.
I see the enemy.
Oh! My bad.
Forward. Charging in.
Yeah, nice work. Look.
Oh!
All right.
Whoa! You look cool. One certainly expects beasts in the desert, but for something like this to appear... This isn't the type of fellow the city guard can handle. We've got to do
Stay
something.
present and focused.
Well,
Get ready.
light work. You'd have a fire ass farm? Yeah, no, I mean, I'm too high to do so. Oh, I should. Sorry, buddy.
I will fight with pride. I'll get some distance. Vitus power. Freeze.
Don't get
Oh!
Captain.
Ow.
So heavy.
Ow. Rude.
Captain's poisoned. We better
stepping
cure that
back.
before the
Nice.
pain sets in.
Oh, shards of ice.
Hulkenberg got them right in
Can't
their
afford
weak
to hold
spot.
back.
Damn.
No holding back. Hack and slash.
You've got a bunch of ailments slowing you
Poison in
down,
my
Captain.
veins.
We're fine. Where's it?
Here.
For me.
Observe the enemy. Comrades, lend me your strength. Perhaps
Oh,
not this.
interesting.
With blade in hand.
I was so confused about the synthesis. I was just like, oh, new ones?
Stroll,
I shall
they
fight
got
as
you
the
with
no
multiple
withdrawing.
ailments.
To the fore.
Hulkenberg,
Are you
you've got
prepared?
several ailments slowing you down.
It's okay. We'll be okay. Ow. Ow.
Captain's poisoned.
We're fine.
Cure that before the pain sets in.
Let's do...
No.
Let's use an item again.
Let's try this.
Stroll,
I stand
they got you
ready.
with
Let
multiple
justice
ailments.
prevail. Freeze.
Hulkenberg got them right
Now,
in their weak
what's the
spot.
play? Moving to the rear.
You've got a bunch of ailments slowing you down, Captain.
Yeah, we got it. No worries about it. Also, I didn't buy
This
potions.
calls for one of these.
That helped. It's okay. Vitus power. Let me help.
There you go.
Thank you.
I owe you.
Watch him debuff me again.
That's not good.
What?
What?
Poison?
I felt it coming.
Stroll's poisoned.
I felt it coming.
Power of heroes. Oh, shards of ice.
I felt it coming.
Right in their weak spot.
Poison. Let's try this.
I will fight with pride. Healer. Here.
Just neat.
Helpful as ever.
Is everyone all right? For all that we strive for.
In the name of justice, I'll hold my ground.
Ow. Bro, I'm tired of getting poisoned.
Poisoned.
I
We
won't
better
hold
cure
back.
that before the pain sets in.
With healing power.
Thank you.
I owe you.
Ow.
Let justice prevail.
Hulkenberg got them right
I
in their
can't
weak
afford to
spot.
hold back.
Here you go, buddy.
Thanks. The power of healer. Nice.
You hit their weakness.
I smash.
That's your opening,
Freeze.
Captain.
Nice. Slowly but surely. Stop! Stop up.
You've got a bunch of ailments slowing you down, Captain.
I'll save this.
Actually, wait. Do I have any of these? I actually don't. I thought I would.
No point wasting this. Closing the distance. No holding back. Hack and slash. They die hard.
Stroll,
The power
they
of
got you
healing.
with multiple ailments.
Vitus power. Let me help.
Was nicht.
My thanks.
With blade in hand.
Hulkenberg got them right in
Now,
their weak
what's the
spot.
play?
Here you
This
go,
should
buddy.
work.
I knew you'd help.
Ow.
Hulkenberg's badly hurt.
Rude. Oh, we'll be fine.
Hulkenberg's in bad shape. She needs help.
We can do this.
I'm obliged.
Helpful as ever.
Is everyone all right? Oh, power of heroes.
Hulkenberg got them right in
I
their
call
weak
upon
spot.
royal power within.
Oh, and we crit. Okay. Yay!
Satisfactory.
Nice.
To greater heights. However,
Now this bounty has been left unaddressed. The military must truly be short-handed.
Even so.
True, and while I'm glad we can profit from it, this sort of thing really is their responsibility. We cannot agree more. At least the threat to this area has been neutralized. For now, anyway.
Right.
Absolutely. That's enough for now. Punchman, let's go report in at the recruitment center.
What do you think?
Leave it to us. Now then, shall we return to the entrance? Yeah. Oh my god, Junpei ReFantazio. Yeah? Anyways.
In that case,
Yeah.
well, I'll not loiter in a storm.
Can't do anything to them? I see.
Just you.
So be it. You and I are collaborators now. Well then, shall we discuss your assignment?
Now then.
Alright, come in.
Now then.
Oh my god, it's a doggo! Cute! This is what I want you to handle. I want you to feed it, play with it, generally take care of it until I return.
Listen.
As a dog sit, there's one rule, however. You cannot let anyone else find out there's a dog here. No exceptions, no mistakes.
What?
Is that it? That sounds simple.
Yes.
It is, but you can't let your guard down. I mean it when I say I want no mistakes. I'm sure you're aware of the anti-igniter crowd around here. The fools who believe igniters will destroy the world. Even beyond them, there are plenty of people in this world who would jump at the chance to do something crueler than kill me. They would kill the doggo?
That's why.
This thing is a weakness waiting to be exploited, so I had to hide it. I'm entrusting this matter to you.
Why?
You.
Because you're as far removed from my business as anyone could be. In case it bears saying, don't even think of crossing me. Being associates has worked for us so far. You don't want us to be enemies. Noted.
That's right.
Her name is... No, never mind. Call it what you want. Okay. It seems strangely attached to you already.
I see now.
I suppose you do have some surprising skills, such as using magic without an igniter.
Whoa.
Did you look into my background?
Utterly naive.
If it could impact my igniter business, it's my job to know about it. And that's not all. Word has it that you and your entourage can transform your bodies for combat somehow.
Speaking of,
Long ago, there once existed an ultimate magic. They say the hero king of legend wielded a power very much like yours. Though I sincerely doubt you'll be following in his footsteps.
you.
I'll be frank, Ponjamin. You're bad for business, but that is precisely why I'm going to lend you my power. I'm selling igniters because they turn a profit, but I hate the damn things from the bottom of my heart. But this is a world dominated by igniters. Long as you've got the money, you've got almost all the power you want. Quite a pitch, isn't it? Those on top make a lot of profit off of bleeding the downtrodden dry. The strong get the strong get ever stronger, and the weak are only cast even further down.
As it is.
My own hands are not bloodless in that, and so I will endeavor to help you break this wretched wheel. If nothing else, it'll be amusing now. Alright.
Yet still they oppose me. Farewell.
You should go home for today. I'll give you your pay.
Huh?
You've exceeded expectations already. You made the dog like you. Something impossible for me. Okay.
See you.
We'll be waiting, or at least the dog will. Okay, Brigitte. I want a dog sit some more.
Time marches on.
I don't mind.
The age of a new
It's so
king
cute.
draws nearer. Time marches on, and the age of a new king draws nearer.
The announcement is soon.
What's this proclamation of his going to be anyway? Wonder if he's going to thank us for what we did at the Grand Cathedral.
No.
I wouldn't hold your breath on that one. Ostensibly? Ostensibly, the state army is getting all the credit for taking down that human after all. We shall know soon enough, so there's little point contemplating it further. Until then, let us simply do what we can as we wait for events to unfold. Yes, ma'am.
Now, how did I wind up here?
Would you care to hear the next part? Yes, sir.
What do you want to do?
My thanks.
Let's see, I believe we left off with my ancestor being unable to find the mysterious fairy to thank her for saving his life. We've hit a bit of a time skip here, as this next part concerns my grandfather. Bear with me. My grandfather was also a mischievous sort, and one day he too ventured into the Forbidden Cave and became hopelessly lost.
That's awful.
Wow, mischief really does run in the family. So it does. Anyway, lost in the dark, what should my grandfather find? A fairy, of course. She was beautiful, just as the fairy his grandfather had described. He knew right away it was the same fairy. Again, I'm not going to help you this time, said the fairy, rolling her eyes. My grandfather could only blurt out a confused, what? It was the first time he'd even been to the cave after all. Then the fairy said, don't blame me if you get eaten by the beast. And that's when my grandfather realized the fairy was mistaking him for his grandfather. The boy you're thinking of is long gone. I'm his grandson, he said. The fairy considered this for a moment, then said, you people die so young. The fairy led my grandfather out of the cave like she did his grandfather before. The whole time, he kept his grandfather's regrets in mind. So before she could vanish, he turned to her and said, thank you for helping my grandfather. If you're wondering if history will repeat, I doubt it. My family had to leave that village when my grandfather grew up. So I'm sure you can appreciate how amusing I found it to find a fairy here in Grand Trad. My family's fate seems tied to the fairies. Well, I'm glad your family got closure with the fairy, and meeting you like this, who knows? Maybe it really is fate. That's so cute! I like that story. Very nice.
Well then.
Ah, just you. Now then.
Here's the leash. Today's job is to walk it. It's been itching to get out lately, keeps making a fuss. Walk it around the capital so it quiets down and gets the energy out of its system. You can't be seen coming in and out of here. If you've no questions, then get to it. Okay. Oh my god! Pet his tummy. It seems to have taken a liking to you. I could hear it from downstairs. Don't get it too excited. This is on you too, dog. A simple walk shouldn't be enough for you to let your guard down.
Listen.
Ah.
Sight unseen, and you think that makes it smart? Sure. Whatever you say. never liked this thing ever since the first time I laid eyes on it. Yeah? It was on the side of the road, buried from the neck down, head bleeding too, probably hit by a rock at some point.
Over.
It could have just given up and died, but it looked into my eyes and whimpered. I hated the sight of it. What?
In those days,
I was once a stray myself. My earliest memory of fighting a dog over a scrap of meat covered in dirt and getting bitten for my trouble. Wherever I went, I found only hunger and violence. So I robbed and stole anything and everything. I fought and I survived.
it's a living hell.
It was hell.
Really?
What am I doing talking to a child about this?
Just a fantasy.
Just like that dog, I let my guard down like a fool. Never mind, forget I said anything. But,
No.
Why?
and what will you do once you know? Are you really prepared for that information? No matter, while we're on this subject, one word of advice.
Listen,
The world is a bottomless hell, a bog of endless muck, and if you trust another person to keep you afloat in it, you'll feel the sludge close over your head soon
don't
enough.
ever forget that.
To survive, you need the strength to make your way through that muck. Nobody can do it for you, and indeed, nobody else should. You need your own strength. And I'd say that's well within your powers.
Therefore,
Oh, the little doggo. I'm sure you're aware that there's a man in town tasked with exchanging mag obtained from hunting monsters and the like. I'll put in a word with them so they're more flexible with you, not just here in Grand Trad, but across the kingdom.
no pain can stop me now. Even then,
I shouldn't be the only one talking. You owe me some secrets of yours after all that. Gria's tried to kill Luis, did he not? Then I imagine you're aiming for the same thing.
you there.
What are your true motives? What are you really aiming to do?
Honestly,
I hated it.
If it were anyone else telling me that, I'd kill them where they stood. But for now, I'll restrain myself. Okay, Brigitte, my bad. I can't tell what you're thinking at all, but I'll expose your true nature eventually. I'm
off.
just a nice guy. That's all for today. Come by again when you can. I'm sure the dog will be delighted to see you. What if I just take him home with me? No?
It would seem the disaster was averted.
Right then. Today's Forden's big announcement.
Wonder what he's planning. I guess the church has to have some reaction to all that stuff the king said.
Whatever it is, Luis won't be able to just ignore it. This might be a day that goes down in history.
Ladies and gents, lend me your ears. Sanctifex Forden has spoken. The giant face in the sky, the massive rocks appearing throughout the land, and the mysterious voice claiming to be the past king. The Sanctus Church has officially recognized these happenings as the will of His Royal Majesty.
So it really is His Majesty!
And so, as His Majesty has decreed, whoever has gained the greatest trust of the people by the day of decision shall be our new king. This is a
Yippee!
historic moment, good citizens. It's revolutionary. It's unprecedented. No matter who you are, you can take the throne.
Anyone?
Even me. If, and this is a
Even
big if,
May!
you are the person that all our people trust most in their hearts.
Maybe you could be king yourself, eh? You're popular enough.
Me? In charge? Well, that's the last thing this country needs. Right, let's review what we know, shall we? First, the new faces that have appeared on the rock. It shows us who's foremost in the running. We've worked out that much. The top 3 of the lot are also shown in the sky. Suppose that way you can see their inspiring faces anytime, anywhere.
Hold on. How's us common folk supposed to stand a chance against all these upper crusters?
Say you do become popular. With your face clear for all to see, surely that'd make you a prime target for assassination.
Not quite, friend. Not quite. A valid concern, but one His Majesty prepared for. Popular aspirants, at least those who make it onto the rock, are protected by royal magic. Assassinations off the table. Magic chains will spring to life and bind anyone who tries. I saw it happen with my own eyes to Count Luis's sorry assailant.
So, literally anyone could be king? Even a pauper? Or a slave? Or a criminal?
But hold on, you mean to say we might not be ruled by Clamar? What does that mean for us?
Right, I've said my piece. You know all I know. Now go forth, ladies and gents, and spread the word. Whether you're from our fair capital or the middle of nowhere, the crown's within your grasp. Anyone in the land could be our next king.
Yippee! Yeah, Joker. It qualifies him the most.
I heard the announcement. The church has chosen to recognize this face's words as crown sent and shall abide by them.
They conceded that one quickly. Though I suppose it's a hard thing to deny, what with the royal palace hanging up there in the clouds.
Had they rushed a coronation for His Eminence Forden, it would have dashed any hope of reinstating His Highness. A small comfort.
I can tell from your face there's some bad news too.
Do you recall those chains that froze Alsace in place? It seems that too was part of His Majesty's magic. Plainly, any candidates of sufficient favor cannot be deposed by force.
That's not good.
No, 'tis not indeed. This marks Luis as nigh untouchable. I will still seek to find him. Yet, even should we stand before the man himself, we could not kill him.
No! If we can't kill him, then how do we break the curse?
What the hell was the king thinking? Grius was trying to save his son. He died for it.
Even so, without this magic, no aspirant would be safe from assassination, leaving Luis to dominate through sheer martial strength. We appear to be at an impasse.
Everyone, have you seen Maria?
Did something happen?
I checked her room and she isn't there.
Of course.
She wouldn't just leave without telling anyone. I couldn't deal with losing both of them.
I'll go look for her.
You will? Thank you. When I think of what might happen to her...
If she left her room on her own, she must have had some reason.
Let's go search for her. If we head into town, we might find some clues.
This is all right. How did I
What?
wind up here?
Hello there.
Do you know that little half-blood girl? You can't let a girl like that walk the streets alone. You're just asking for trouble. She just went inside. Wait, you let her pass? Why? The way her eyes look, I'd not be the one to stop her now. She's been coming to pray for a while, no matter how many glares she gets. Can I go through too? Oh, hurry up, please.
Huh? Why?
Everyone was worried about you.
Sorry. Papa hasn't come home. And I always come here whenever I'm feeling lonely. One time he came here to get me. I remember because he called my name. But I pray. And he still doesn't come back.
What the
Maybe because the cathedral's broken?
Maria.
Miss Fabienne says Papa can't come home anymore. But I know... Papa's gone away. He's gone somewhere I'll never see him again. Hasn't he? It's going to be so lonely.
Oh.
The loneliest it's ever been. But I have to be strong, don't I? But if it gets any lonelier, I don't know if I can do it.
I'm sorry. I promised we'd all come back together.
Why does everyone always leave? Mum was sick. The king and prince are gone. And now Papa?
Stop! Her crying portrait is so mean!
Is it my fault? I really did my best to be a good girl, but...
Bro.
That's not why.
He's right, Maria. It's not your fault at all.
Listen to me, all right? Your father, he was fighting a very bad man. We were with him, but we couldn't protect him. I'm sorry.
I remember Papa saying something like that. He said, a really bad man might be our king. Is that part of it?
It's going to be all right. Don't worry.
I hope the next king is as nice as you. Then maybe things won't always be so sad.
Oh my god, it's us! We're gonna be king! Please!
I think I understand the king's intentions now. Maybe this is the sort of tragedy he was trying to end. Maybe he wanted a world where the crown goes to one who acts like a king ought to. Not whoever's willing to spill the most blood to do it.
You may be right, but much as we wish it, this is not a fight that might be ended through words alone.
Even so, we have to try.
That's so... What the fuck?
Maria, you're safe. Oh, you had me worried sick.
I'm sorry for leaving on my own.
No, it's all right.
Miss Fabienne, I'm hungry.
Maria.
Oh.
Yes, that's right. Let's all sit down for some supper together.
Oh.
Thank you for finding her.
It looks like she's worked things out.
She's a strong girl.
But we've more troubles ahead. How now do we resolve this curse upon His Highness?
If Luis is the curse's caster, we've got to kill him to dispel it. So how do we do that if he's shielded by the king himself?
I wish I could report back, but the prince is still asleep, and we're losing time. I don't think going back to the village is an option.
We cannot lose faith yet. There must be some further course we can pursue.
Well, there's the church's announcement. I expect they're trying to stop a wave of rival candidates from flooding the standings. I doubt the church would accept this popularity contest if they didn't already have a plan to game it.
True enough. I can only wonder at their aims. For today, we should content ourselves with rest and recovery.
Sorry, did I wake you? Laying here, I always end up caught in my own thoughts. Grius and Maria. The prince. Just thinking in circles again. Not good, is it?
Let's think about it together.
Keeping me company, are you? You really are a strange one. My kind of strange.
My god, okay, Stro.
That book. Is that the novel you're always carrying around? Feels like months ago now that I spotted you buried in it on the carriage ride to the fort.
Can you read?
Want to read it?
If you don't mind, since we finally some room to breathe. Oh, interesting. It's written through the lens of a fictional land. This bit's about the Utopia's security. In this world, there is no blood-stained contest for sovereignty. The people choose their sovereign from among themselves. One cannot put a sovereign to the sword to seize power. Such an act would be met with scorn and judged as murder. Taking power or wealth by force is seen as the most shameful of transgressions. Couldn't be further from reality, could it? We've a Kingslayer on the brink of seizing the throne right now. And this idea of competing for public support. Here it sounds so commonplace, but the idea's thrown us all into chaos. Interesting. Perhaps I'm overthinking, but it sounds almost like the aim of the king's magic. You suppose there's some common inspiration? Still, I don't imagine this would turn out well in the real world. In public opinion, tribal perspective always divides us. Besides, does a decision made by the people guarantee it's right? Tribal squabbles aren't always political. Take us Clamars, for example. It can be hard for us to see outside the bubble of our own worldview. We're the majority, and the tribe of the royal bloodline besides. That privilege can make us insensitive.
Interesting.
A problem with no easy solution, I fear. Lofty words. I can hardly come to terms with my own ideals. Still, the discussions helped clear my head a little. Thank you. I've been so fixated on killing Luis, but maybe we could look into whether that's really the only way to lift the curse. Sleep should come easier now. I think I'll give it another chance. Wait, how long have you been asleep?
We're always asleep.
Time marches on, and the age of a new king draws nearer.
We're always asleep. We're always falling asleep. Letting our homies just read by themselves.
The curtain's about to rise on the show of a lifetime. To choose our new ruler, we're going to give all of you a chance to take center stage in a show of power for the whole kingdom. And we call it the Tournament for the Throne. Our aspirants will set out on a grand tour of the 3 allied nations' capitals, taking part in a variety of exciting trials. First, we have the Exhibition of the Brave. Slay a monster plaguing our fair people and bring its head to Oceania's capital in time. Biggest find takes the win. Official word is, this event's open to all. So what do you think, ladies and gents? Are you in it to watch or in it to win?
Yeah.
Stroll, why call us so early in the morning? What is that journal?
I had Fabienne bring it up. Something occurred to me, so I asked her to go through Grius' personal effects.
Hey, looks like he was investigating the curse too.
There's a note here. Given the spell's complexity, it must have required a scribed formula.
You mean to suggest Luis possesses a written composition of the curse somewhere? And if we can find that...
Yes! I'd wager, even if we can't kill Luis, we might still have a shot at breaking the curse.
But that attack took place years ago, didn't it? This curse's formula could be lost for good.
We have little choice but to hope it's not. I'm not saying it would be easy, and the real trick will be finding it. We wouldn't leave it unprotected.
That reminds me. A crier for the church was handing these out.
A flyer for the Tournament for the Throne. This popularity contest is state-sponsored now. An interesting gamble for those politicians. I like the bit about all this being in the interest of fairness, those weasels. But saying it's being organized by the state. The throne's empty. This smells like the theocracy at work. Probably Forden himself.
You think Forden's looking to fix the competition in his favor? He's been in first place this whole time.
In the interest of fairness, remember? If he wins a fair race, he gets legitimized, and Luis gets put on the back foot.
That bodes ill. Those with existing support could easily solidify their claim. Even should His Highness wait, he may lose the throne.
If we don't hurry and find a way to get close to Luis, we're sunk. What are we supposed to do?
Don't worry, gang. It's time for me to step up.
Let's enter this tournament for the throne.
Huh? Hey, were you even listening to us? Besides, the prince isn't exactly in a position to take part in...
Wait. It sounds crazy, but I think he might be onto something there. This could be
Why did we have a question mark?
Close to Luis. He doesn't care about your tribe so long as you prove capable, yes? That's what Zorba was saying. Which means, even though the world looks down on you as an elder, having the power to kill humans puts you in his good graces.
You're going to make him a candidate for the throne?
If all we need to do is get Luis's attention, then that's sure to get the job done. If we're lucky, he might even try to recruit us.
I see. An undercover operation, is it? Quite a gambit. But it may well be our best chance at finding this formula.
Just hold on a second. Getting Luis's attention is all well and good. But remember who's actually risking their life here.
What do you think? Having heard all this, do you want to enter the running?
Of course I do.
Light work.
No hesitation at all.
Right. In my ideal world, people can believe in their future. Their birth doesn't matter. No matter who someone is, they deserve a fair country. If it's to help achieve that, I will stand for the prince as a candidate for the throne.
Sheesh. So much for being a guide. Now you're the one leading me around.
Your resolve has marked you a fine fit for the role. I have trusted you with my life before, and would gladly do so again.
Dang, how are we gonna get people to listen to an Elder, bro?
Good heavens. Haven't you put yourself in enough danger? Listen to me. I don't want you going down the same path he did. Are you really this set on running off again?
I have to carry on his legacy.
I see. Well, I'm sure he'd be glad to hear it. I'll be cheering for you in this mess of a competition. Truth be told, I wish I could do more than feed and shelter.
Dude.
What's the competition?
She's
It's
so
a big
cute.
grand race to see who will be the next king. The whole country will be watching.
So you're going to try and become king? Wow! Then I'll cheer for you as loud as I can.
You have your first advocate, it seems.
Suppose you'll have to actually try for the throne now, eh? Your Majesty.
That was the plan from the start.
That's the spirit.
Well, if we want Luis to notice you, we'll have to make quite a stir among the people.
Gotta be a king for Maria.
Maybe reaching for the throne will do it.
Does that mean you're not coming back?
No, we'll be back. Although we might be a while.
No!
I don't like when it gets lonely.
Maria.
But I'll be cheering for you. I hope you win the race. You'd be a good king.
We'll see each other again.
You better not forget.
Bro.
Now, we'd best get
I don't
registration
wanna
out of
leave.
the way, but we'll need some legs for the journey. It's mostly lawless wastes between cities.
Judging by this specified deadline, we're unlikely to reach the Principality of Oceana's capital in time on foot.
I bet all these fancy nobles have their own Gauntlet Runners to ride in.
A carriage might save our chances, if we could find one. Perhaps we split up for now. I'll leave you two to the registration. They should be taking entrance at the recruitment center.
This is gonna be so awkward.
This should be the place, right?
Oh my god, it's that podcast from McDonald guy.
Excuse us, we're looking to join the tournament for the throne.
Aye? Bit young, ain't ya? And who's the kid? He with you?
I'm the one entering.
You? Really?
I've not heard of any age restrictions. They're a problem?
Well, I'd not have thought it, but you're an elder, ain't ya? And you want to be king. Well, the novelty of it might win you some looks.
Could you just do your job, please? Can you register or not?
Bro. Stroll is sick of them, bro.
An elder? Now that I think of it, weren't you in that pack of recruits that went off to the northern fort? Thought I heard they were all wiped out. What? We got a deserter turning up.
No, they said he'd just dragged the company down, so they left him at the capital. He, got on the captain's bad side.
Could swear I've seen you before, too. Well, hardly matters with no captain to verify it with. Go on then. You can represent the lesser tribes.
I was just like,
compliance.
let's stop asking questions, Ronald McDonald.
That was a close one.
Shut up,
And obviously, you're gonna need a carriage. Otherwise, the whole thing's off for you. You're obligated to attend the opening ceremony tomorrow. It'll be at the plaza at the Grand Cathedral. Don't be late.
We'll have to hope Hulkenberg can find us a carriage.
As for us, I expect we should see about finding a monster to slay. If it's not impressive enough, Luis won't look twice at you.
Some postings over there. They should be offering bounties on monsters the guard can't handle. Let's take a look.
Looks like everyone else had the same idea.
One of these bounties is bound to make me stand out. But which? Bigger is probably better.
Hang on. There's nothing but small-time contracts here.
Are you lot here for this tournament then? Bit slow, I'm afraid. Most of my worthiest monster bills have already been snapped up by other competitors.
Ah.
How about requests on anything aside from monsters? Bounties include criminals too, right?
I suppose I've got one of those, yeah.
Let's see. Ugh, he's horrible. Heisme, a villainous kidnapper. Looks like the army's been trying to catch him for a while now.
This might just be perfect.
Heisme?
You
Whoa!
have any
Okay.
idea who that is? That man's an elite.
You look
An
loud.
excellent knight, they say. He'd make short work of a scrawny little urchin. You can be sure of that. Besides, didn't you hear
kinda
what it
cute.
is they're actually looking for?
Oh, of course. It's about whoever can bring in the biggest monster head, right?
If you imbeciles can't even get that straight, you've no chance at winning. They want kingly types, not children play acting.
Okay.
Stuck up little... Is that the kind of competition we can expect?
He was right about the rules, though. What are you thinking?
Don't worry, I know what I'm doing.
We're supposed to get a monster's head. So why are you going for a criminal? Any idea what he's up to?
Maybe he has a big head.
Maybe it's because we don't actually have to win.
Sharp as always, Captain. Don't worry, I'll explain everything later.
As long as you can convince Hulkenberg, I guess.
Ho there! Are you really taking the bounty on Heisme? You three must be heaven sent. Please, would you listen to our plight?
Sure. What the heck?
Your pardon, gentlemen. I'm Barden, a guard captain for Matira, a town to the south. The bounty on Heisme is up at my behest.
A guard captain? This fellow's made some powerful enemies.
We can't afford lenience. On top of his past crimes, Heisme has stooped to abducting our wee ones. Our children.
Heisme?
Selling them off, some say. If our city becomes known for nightly disappearances, what sane resident would stay? Community and trade will dwindle and die.
But he's just a lone kidnapper, right? Even if he's some infamous criminal, why can't the guard handle it?
That's the trouble. He makes his hideout somewhere too dangerous for our soldiers to tread.
No.
Deep in the territory of vicious giant worms. We've no idea how he manages to operate out there without getting devoured himself.
I see. Tricky problem indeed.
I'd no choice but to swallow my pride and post a bounty. Yet no matter how many times I renew the bill, none have taken it. A pitiful sight, isn't it? A soldier who can't protect his home, whether by strength or by surrender. Laugh if you must.
We just want to help you.
You only cast away your honor in the name of protection. Nothing pitiful in that. Swallow your pride no more, man. We'll take your contract.
Thanks to you. That you'd accept such a perilous request, even with this tournament looming over everything. Closure. Thank you all, and thank God for bringing you to me. In that case, we shall meet in Matira, the old castle town. Please, make haste.
Well, no backing out of this now. You sure this is what we want?
Way I see it, if we want to make a big impact this late, it's going to take some creativity. Besides, this is apparently a knight-turned-kidnapper. The man can't be allowed to go on. What would His Royal Highness do in our place?
I guess that's fair.
I'll convince Hulkenberg. Somehow. You go on and accept the contract.
Good.
Look at that.
Do I just tell him this good? Okay.
No, thank you.
The ideal leader of this country is this dignified man of great age, one with years of experience, and yet upstart school children like you and Luis dare to? It hardly matters. You won't be able to fight much longer, so struggle as you like. I'd be happy to give you the eulogy at your funeral? What the f- Okay.
Hey!
Let's focus.
Let's call it.
No registration issues, I trust?
No, indeed. And we found ourselves a perfect target.
Fine work.
Stroll.
See? She's convinced. Nothing to worry about. Don't worry about it. I'll prepare a map of the surrounding areas as well. But never mind that. Have you found us a kingly carriage?
Well, I have made some arrangements. How best to put it? The vessel itself is without peer. Supposedly, it will come to us on the day of the opening ceremony.
What?
You don't sound too sure about that.
Oh, no, I'm certain. All I mean to say is, well, you shall soon see for yourself.
Well, under the circumstances, I'll take what we can get. And setting that up in a day. Not so bad having a knight on our side.
You needn't speak so. In truth, I've just resigned from the Knight's Order. Though 'tis only my bond of service I relinquish, not my title. We will shortly be seeking Luis's esteem. Should it come to light that I am a knight in active service, it may jeopardize our efforts.
Still, you didn't hesitate to leave. I can tell you're serious about this.
'Twas not an abrupt parting. I've come to doubt the Order since returning to find them serving the Santifex and not the Royals. Those who refused the Church's rule were cast out for their defiance. I only hope those fallen knights found useful employ elsewhere.
Sounds like you've been through a lot too.
Well, in any case, we can focus on our bounty contract now. Let's make sure we get some proper rest tonight. Let's rest.
Fancy a bit of info?
You have anything new? Okay.
Now then.
Our preparations seem to be proceeding without issue. Well, apart from one massive overtuned uncertainty. Never mind. Forgive me my mutterings. Just please do not be surprised no matter what we're presented with. Okay.
Don't push yourself too much.
Tomorrow you depart. Maria will assuredly miss you dearly. So please come back and say hello when you can, even if it's only every once in a while. Okay.
Hello.
Haven. It's much too boring to just spend my days at the end, going to see that so-called exhibition for myself. Goodbye, Elda. You do well to see the world too someday. Okay.
Hey.
I asked Vivian for a map of Martura, and she gave me the one from Grius' personal effects. It covers all the main roads. We may have found one in town, but a military map always has more details.
Yeah.
Vivian continues to be our anchor. To pay her back, let's achieve our goals. Right.
Good night.
Can I come in?
Please.
Want to read some more?
Not today. You're all leaving tomorrow, right? I'll be cheering for you. So
No!
Oh no. I promised Miss Fabian I wouldn't cry.
It's all right. I won't tell her.
Papa was trying to stop a bad man, you said. And that's what you're all doing too, isn't it? Please come back home safe. I'll be waiting here as long as it takes.
It's a promise.
All right. Promise? The next time I see you again, can you tell me more about the outside world?
This one's important.
That's a quest! That's so cute! What the heck?
I never got a chance to say this to Papa. So, thank you. I'll go to bed now.
Captain, may I have a moment?
No,
Goodbye.
I was hoping for a chance to speak before we set out. Since our meeting, I've done nothing but impose on you. Now, you risk your very life for this cause. 'Tis no easy burden.
God, bro.
It pains me to see. When I think of how this may yet save His Highness, I lose sight of all else. Such disregard ill becomes me.
You truly are devoted to him, aren't you?
I suppose I am at that. A guiding oath of 12 years is not easily cast aside. But that book, we met once before, on a carriage bound for the capital.
Yeah,
Do
I
you
remember
recall?
you.
Now that you mention it, I do.
My apologies. I thought only to minimize casualties, one way or another. So, 'tis a novel envisioning an ideal world. Curious to see a utopian novel these days. I'd thought them long since banned. You needn't worry. I've no intention of taking it from you. I've sometimes wondered why such books were forbidden. Rumors say the Sanctists objected to their contents. Yet I wonder, how could a simple book have possibly stung them so? Do you mind if I read a passage or two?
Have fun. Yay!
So, it is a fiction written as if a personal account. This chapter seems to concern the system by which the nation's leader is decided. In this country, one cannot become even a statesman, much less sovereign, without the consent of the people. Those who aspire to statecraft must first solemnly swear before the people what they will do in service of their country. Should they earn title but break their word, they are denounced and stripped of power. Such is the authority of the people. In this way, it is the people who are the land's true king. Quite the opposite of our own country. Now I see why our upper echelons would abolish such texts. Had our lands embraced such accountability, perhaps His Royal Highness would not have suffered such a fate. No. As a knight, 'tis not my place to say. I must clear my head of these fantasies. In the end, clinging to a dream will do me no good. Oh, I suppose 'tis not so bad to dream now and then. It takes power to walk the path of our dearest hopes. Perhaps that is the purpose of this newfound strength. My dearest dream. 'Tis to save His Highness, even at the cost of my life. Nothing more.
Time marches on, and the age of a new king draws nearer.
Oh, whoa. Pretty dress. Long hair, too. Jesus.
Lady Juna!
Oh, pretty. I'm that little hamster thing? Yo, her eyes, bro. People with blue eyes just... Not girl crying during the national anthem. There's some people like that. Ooh, okay. Wow. Is she not wearing anything under?
Even I'm feeling the heat. Well, I suppose it's time to fan the flames. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome one and all to the inauguration of the Tournament for the Throne!
Yippee!
For the first time, the crown is anyone's to claim, as long as the aspirants can complete 3 grueling challenges.
Wow, a Sanctus Crier! He's perfect for this!
Let's discuss the venues. We kick off in the west, in the Pearl of the Coast, the Principality of Oceania's harbour city capital, Port Brilehaven. There, they face their first challenge, the Exhibition of the Brave. Each contender must bring back the head of a monster, a mark of their prowess and courage. Next, our would-be monarchs head east. Upon the misty peaks, we arrive in the Principality of Montario's beautiful city of faith, Altaberry Heights. And finally, our heroes make their well-deserved return home to Grand Trad. But first, let's do introductions. It's time to meet those risking their lives for the crown.
Oh, this is gonna be so awkward, huh?
To the throne, I know him, you know him. It's Sanctism's one and only 78th Sanctifex, His Eminence, Forden!
Forden!
Victory to Sanctifex Forden!
I claim no great ambition, nor any heated calls to action. All I wish is to restore order for our people and to safeguard our land from the threats beyond. This chaos we face is but one of God's many trials. Let us restore our kingdom's glory together!
Ooh.
Moving right along, we come next to His Eminence's champion, the very spear in his hand, the warrior monk captain of the Crown Theocracy, Master Giddo.
I come before you
I don't like how he looks.
I relinquish the throne to
I want to
him
smack
gladly.
his head.
But those who would seize the crown by force, I will teach you to fear God and to fear me!
So much for this being a fair competition. How many horses do the Sanctus have in this race? Still, it's not over by far. The Luis supporters won't take this lying down.
What cowardice, Crier! Where's Count Louise?
Jesus, tricks on it, brother. Oh my god.
All right, settle down. At this time, I can report that Count Luis has not applied to enter the tournament.
What? He's not even entering? Then what becomes of us? Our entire purpose in this race was to get closer to him.
Don't worry. He's definitely paying attention. He's only in second as it is, so we can't afford to ignore this whole production. Sit tight. I'm sure he'll make a move soon.
All right. For those Count Luis supporters,
Oh god, this is gonna be so awkward.
A rising socialite, a man of ambition, godless and fearless, the brash young warrior serving Count Luis, Glodell, the Black Hound.
Her name is Glodell?
So he was one of Luis's men.
The fallen king embraced sanctism and all its holy tenets, and for what? He was nothing before Lord Luis. Look to the sky all you wish. No god can save you! What our country needs is power!
Well, it's not quite all the contenders, but let's get on with the introductions. The great liberal merchant, it's Roger Ward. By war, by conquest, by right, it's Rudolph Kraus.
Yeah.
More for the Gauntlet Runners than the throne, it's Lena Caden.
Oh my god!
Sure to be popular by pledging free
She's
drinks
so
for
cute.
life. It's Loveless O'Shea. Uplifting the beautiful and deposing the hideous.
Whoa,
it's
that
Milo
nose.
Maurizio.
Wow. If we lose this, I think the country has some even bigger problems.
Now, I do believe we have one final candidate.
This is so awkward.
Do we have an Elden boy present? Come on, let's see a face.
Oh, he's so awkward.
What? An elder? Disgraceful. Is this the only way you could think to distinguish
Oh,
yourself?
I hate them all. I say we kill all of them.
By the way, the ride you applied with still hasn't arrived. And if it doesn't show up by the time the noon bell rings, you're disqualified. All right?
Hey! What's going on?
That nitwit! What is he doing?
So, contestants, are you ready?
What? Last, I say! Wait! Found your behave!
Is that our whip? No way. Is that actually our whip?
It's quick.
Wait, it's headed right for the... It'll crash!
Whoa!
That's our whip, isn't it?
What the heck is that?
Wonderful. So much for a first impression.
What ho? Isn't she a marvel, chums?
You dolt! You nearly brought down the cathedral! Have a care, you buffoon. 'Twas bad enough when Luis did it the first time. That feckless, shameless old fool.
Not bad, kid. Guess you've got some interesting tricks up your sleeve after all.
No way.
Right.
That's how we get our
Time to
ride?
run a full roster. Ladies and gentlemen, race across the land. Go, prove yourself worthy and earn your crown. For the people, for the throne. Let the games begin.
We must take to the road.
Come on, come on!
It looks so funny.
Gotta hold on to something or I'll get blown up!
It's incredible.
Did we fast? Gallica's about to fly off. Yay! Gain a lot of interest, but I only consider it as a part of my mission to aid the prince. Oh, yay! This is our carriage?
Can you hear me?
Shall I just run her along the main road then? The others seem to be doing as much. You're just as crazy as this runner. I'll take the compliment, little lady. Now let's have some coordinates for a little test run. What is happening now?
Let's see.
We want to go to a place called Martira? Old Castle Town. I think should be a ways south. We have little camps. Right. Oh,
Wow!
on this cross legs? Oh, I say that'll be 4 days, 3 nights about. 4 days and 3 nights? That's a great deal faster than a carriage. And surely the roads will be safer at that kind of speed.
Spectacular.
Nice. Oh god.
This is amazing. I don't know a thing about Gauntlet Runners, but even I can tell this is a hell of a craft.
Wow.
I can hardly believe she's ours to drive.
You're telling me, lad? Feels like ages since I've been out on the open road. This girl's been waiting long enough for her time to shine.
So this is what you used to talk with the driver. Convenient, that. Look, old fellow, are you really on our side? You realize we don't have funds to pay you.
Money? Ha! I'm not in this for the money, boy. What I want is a little gusto. What do you think, lad?
Oh my god, I love him.
Rush.
It is at that. Like riding the wind.
That's the ticket. It's been so long since I've had a good chinwag.
Brilliant, isn't it?
Yeah, it's amazing.
It's for the love of the game.
Boy, yes, I can tell you're a sharp one. Where to, ladies? The world is our shellfish.
You certainly are a different person behind the wheel.
Hey, Hulkenberg! Can we get an explanation yet?
That man is Neurus. An Ishkia, if 'twas not obvious from the wings. And despite everything, he was heir to a noble house and personal machinist for the royal family.
What?
He's a master engineer, of course, positively peerless. But as you can see, the runners get him a bit excitable.
He just be chilling, bro.
Neurus? Are you there? I'm coming in. Even amidst all this commotion in town, I find you buried in your work.
Too much to do.
As always. To business then. I must ask a favor. Would you be able to ready a carriage for me?
No new commissions, no time for them. Ask another right.
It is not a new one I require. Before His Highness disappeared, did you not accept a contract to build him a custom carriage? Without a formal owner, I reasoned
No
that
way.
it must now lie unused. I was hoping I might borrow it a short while.
But, pish and tosh, woman. She is for royal use and naught else.
'Tis an unreasonable request, I know. But I'd not be asking without a grave need. Might I at least see it?
I mean, well,
'Twas specially made for His Highness, yes? Not a work you'd have sold off. Where lies it now?
I've deadlines to meet, dash it. Off with you now. Leave me be.
You've been acting stranger than usual. What ails you?
Whoa!
Good God.
Bro.
Is this a Gauntlet Runner? The very craft commissioned for His Highness the Prince? Even knowing His Highness was gone, still you toiled away. Oh, Neurus, you are an inspiration. Such nobility of purpose.
Oh.
Yes. Right.
However, for a craft meant for the royal family, it is rather excessive, isn't it? Did you really build this vehicle exactly to their orders? You cannot mean...
Well, at first, certainly. I followed the blueprints exactly. But then His Highness died, and... well, I couldn't just let the old girl waste away. A masterpiece like her? Collecting dust in storage? No! Unacceptable! Unthinkable! I'm working toward a dream. And this poor old girl is going to help me see it through. And then, finally...
You imbecile! A lowly, brazen court engineer, butchering His Highness's inheritance for a hobby! For this mania! You embezzled the royal treasury and disrespected his legacy! Treason!
Mercy, please!
Oh my god, they're such dorks!
Take my head if you must, milady. But leave the Gauntlet Runner alone.
Look, this runner... It is fully operational now, is it? Then I suggest you cooperate, for both our sakes. Finish your tinkering by tomorrow and bring it to the Grand Cathedral as soon as you can.
Eh? What's all this now? You play the proud soldier at me and then pluck it for your own schemes?
'Tis no scheme. I would use it for His Highness's sake.
For His Highness, eh? Hold a tick. Haven't you been looking for him? Wandering across God knows where last I heard? So if you're back now and now you want a Gauntlet Runner for His Highness? Is His Highness still alive? That's it! I've got you, haven't I?
'Twas His Highness who gave you refuge while you were only a heretical scholar condemned by the Sanctists. The time has come to repay his mercy.
Understood.
The party in their one collect. No, dead ass.
Is that enough? Can this old duck really handle an undercover operation?
I know what you're thinking, but 'tis at least true that he feels an undying debt of gratitude to the royal family.
Pish and tosh, boy. A little faith. Not to brag, but this old duck's craft might be the fastest Gauntlet Runner in the kingdom. Why, probably the world.
A long ass finger. Wait, his finger in the portrait is freakishly long.
All I want is to push this runner as far and as fast as she can go. Show her off to the world. And you? Well, I presume you'd rather work together than have to walk, eh?
I don't know about this, but I guess we'll just have to trust him. What do you think?
I think we can count on him.
If you're sure, I suppose. We'll deal with it if we have to.
Either way, he knows the prince is alive, so we can't just leave him to his own devices. We're all in the same boat. Or runner, I guess.
You lot can handle the fighting, and I'll handle all the driving and grease work. Just make sure you've got a proper plan for all this mess now.
This guy's got no filter. But he has a point. We do need to talk strategy.
So, summing up. Our first trial is to slay a monster. We take its head as proof, then get it to the goal line before the deadline. The bigger the head, the better. Our destination is Port Brylehaven, the capital of the Western Principality of Oceania. It'd be a trek on foot, but this Gauntlet Runner should make it a snap.
So getting the bounty's head is our next move. And our target is a nefarious criminal who's been kidnapping and selling off children. Right?
A criminal? Did the task not specify a monster's head?
Don't worry, all part of the plan. We don't need to win this thing. We just need to get Luis's attention. Everyone's going to show up with monster heads, and we shake things up with a felon. A knight-turned-kidnapper at that. Shows them we're there for justice.
But to deliberately violate the rules, we risk being disqualified entirely. Then again, 'tis just as likely to win the people's attention and thereby Luis's. I do understand the intent. What do you think of this plan?
I trust all of you completely.
Good enough for me. A captain's got to trust his crew, after all. The bounty's Heisme, an ex-knight. I realize that's a little close to home, Hulkenberg, so if you'd rather hang back...
No. His title is precisely why I cannot let his atrocities stand. And yet, 'tis strange indeed that we are hunting a mere man when the trial demands a monster. Then again, our true aim is beyond the ambitions of any other aspirant. Our fate rests in this plan of yours, Stroll.
Thank you. I'll try to ensure your trust isn't misplaced.
Righto. Then our course is set. Feel free to use anything in the Gauntlet Runner. Even got a bathing room if you could use a one.
Wow.
We can always look around more thoroughly later.
Yes. You needn't tire yourself out before we arrive.
Well, I'm a tinkerer and not much else. All my fighting happens in the old workshop. But I'll take you wherever you're going for your sake and mine. After all, the wilds out there are no fairy picnic. Oh no. It's a den of wild beasts and savage scoundrels. And we'll not get past it without days on the road together. So, if you need anything besides a steady hand on the wheel, give me a hoot. Bound to find me in the cockpit or the engine room.
He's certainly an eccentric, but he doesn't seem like a bad person. We'll get used to him, I suppose.
All right, friends, this is where I'm gonna end today's video. Oh my gosh, it's already been 4 hours. Sheesh. Anyways, I'm very excited. We are finally in the tournament for the throne. I'm very, very excited to see where the story takes us now. I'm assuming that was just all, you know, prologue stuff, being in the capital. So, you know, I'm really excited. I had a lot of fun, even though most of today was grinding, and then obviously the stuff towards the end was mostly story. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed. So if you liked the video, make sure to leave a like, and if you make it to the end, comment who your favorite bond is so far, that we have so far. With that being said, I'll catch you guys in the next one. Bye bye.